The Republican Party is waging a war on two fronts. One, a battle against the Obama administration and the president's leadership. And a Washington Post poll shows 89% of Republicans are upset with Obama's current policies. The second front on this war, though, is really an identity crisis for the party. 49% say the GOP is heading in the wrong direction. Half of those responded think they're heading in the wrong direction. In 2005, 3/4 of Republicans who responded said Republicans were on the right track. Doug Heye is a Republican strategist. Karen Finney is a Democratic strategist. Doug, what changed?
Well, what changed is in 2005 we won the White House, held on to the White House. In 2004, 2008 we lost the White House. You know, as a fan of the New York Yankees, I was much happier with how the season ended this year than last year. Voters react the same way, regardless of what party they are.
And there also seems to be a lot of division within the Republican Party about who should be the face of the GOP. I mean, when we're looking at this Washington Post poll, nobody got more than 18%, and that was Palin, who reflects the core values. 13% said McCain, 7% said Mike Huckabee. But if you look at the 60 Minutes Vanity Fair poll, Rush Limbaugh's the guy who takes the cake here with 26%. What does that say to you, Karen, about the Republicans?
You know, look, I think the Republican Party has really been at a crossroads for some time between, you know, do they continue to go farther to the right or do they come back to more towards the center? If you're going to say you want to be a Big Ten party, then you've got to make room for different points of view. I don't think you've seen the Republican Party be as accepting of different points of view, certainly in the last year or so with various candidates. Part of what we saw in New York 23, again, is this tension between some folks who want to move the party farther to the right. That's part of this whole purity test thing we're hearing about. And some folks like John McCain himself who is out actually campaigning and trying to help raise money for more moderate Republican candidates. So again, I think there's this tension within the party that they're going to have to work out one way or the other and learn, if they want to be a Big Tent party, how to actually do that.
Yeah, Doug, you and I were talking over email about this sort of Republican purity test that the RNC is proposing. Do the candidates that you're going to send money to actually espouse the core conservative principles that the RNC wants to stand for? We're already seeing this play out. If you look at what's happening in South Carolina with Senator Jim DeMint and Senator Graham, there is a real divide because Graham has been more moderate on some climate change. There's just been some more issues that Graham has sort of infuriated the more conservative members of his party about. How does this play out when it comes to elections?
Well, you're exactly right when you use the word elections. This won't play out in terms of elections. In South Carolina, Jim DeMint is up this cycle, and he'll certainly win. Where it comes into question is with this resolution is the seat in Delaware, Joe Biden's seat, where it might even deny Mike Castle an opportunity for funding. And you know, Michael Steele beat back this resolution earlier this year. I'm confident that he'll do so again. And I'd actually agree with Karen to some extent about some of the divide. But we also see Democrats are equally divided. You take a primary state like Pennsylvania.
Right, it's true. It is happening for the Democrats as well in Pennsylvania, but it seems like this divide in the Republican Party, Doug, and Karen, you can address this, is you take Charlie Crist, who in Florida seemed like a shoo-in at one point to become the senator, the Republican senator from that state, and now he's getting criticized like crazy because of a hug with Obama.
Yeah. You know, actually, one point I would make on this is that, you know, again, it may be that Michael Steele is able to beat back this resolution on the purity test. That doesn't mean the issue is going away, and that's the fundamental issue the Republican Party is going to have to face. On the Democratic Party, frankly, we started to deal with this in the aftermath of 2004 in terms of how to be a Big Tent party, how to have members of our party where we may not agree on how we achieve certain goals, but we certainly have shared values. And I think that's a big difference that we have in the Democratic Party than what we're seeing right now in the Republican Party, because the fundamental argument they're having is over the fundamental values of what it means to be a Republican. So again, I agree Democrats have their disagreements, and look, I'm the first one to say they better get their act together if we want to hold on to our majorities in 2010, but I think we at least share values and maybe some differing ideas on how to get there.
Hey, Doug, I think you should take comfort in the fact that that happens in Christianity and Catholicism. Arguments about what it means to be a good Catholic, it happens all the time.
Well, as a Catholic myself, I'd certainly agree, but I think there are a lot of blue dog Democrats who would say they don't agree with the values of Nancy Pelosi or Barack Obama. That's why they voted against health care. That's why they voted against cap and trade. They're in a real bind right there.